Hey there! So I'm super excited to do this video. I was gonna be celebratory for my 300th video, but I realized that I've got 301 videos and one is uploading currently, and I'm doing this one. So, like happy 302nd, 303, happy 303. But more importantly than that, I just passed the certified beer server level Ciccerone exam. So that's exciting because there's 4 levels of Ciccerone, and I had decided I was going to do this a long time ago, and then, you know, life. And anyway, so I just passed. So this is a celebratory 303rd video with Black Raven Brewing Company's Raven de Garde, which is actually a Biere de Garde style pale ale, which is pretty amazing. So this is a 2015 vintage, done with brettanomyces, out of Redmond, Washington. 7.4% alcohol by volume. I have a lot of beer caps up here. What's going on? Wow, who knows what this beer cap looked like? I thought it said Washington beer, but now I can't even find that. So who knows? I made that up. Anyway, so totally, like, legitimately a certified beer server. Not that I would ever serve beer, like, in a... Oh, here it is. Not that I would ever serve beer in a, like, setting where a certified beer server designation is really that important, but there it is, like I have it. That's the first level. Check. Done. Anyway, so let's celebrate with this Biere de Garde. So one of the reasons I was excited about trying this style is that it had been recommended that it would be very good as a Thanksgiving beer because it should be very herbally and go along with, like, the herbal qualities of the chicken and the stuffing and all of that. And anyway, so I ordered it a couple months ago or so, and I brought it to my mom to share with her. And I forgot to share it with you guys. So, this is actually a Belgian ale, Biere de Garde, and when you smell it, it makes you think of a sour almost, which always makes me nervous. But that's that brettanomyces kind of like sour smell, but it's not even like that. So approach it with a grain of salt, I guess. So. There's so much going on here. It definitely has that sour aroma to it. Some breadiness. Just lightly, though. Can't even swirl this. I'm going to spill it. Don't watch. It's embarrassing. Anyway, so color-wise, it's this beautiful golden, almost amber, depending on the depth. Like here it's gold, and up here it gets amber. It did pour with a nice head, nice and bubbly. Let's taste this. Yeah. Gosh, it has so much flavor. It's just like a beer style that's very distinct, even though it's kind of, it's lumped into a category called Belgian ale, which, what does that even mean, So wit beer's in there, Belgian pale ale is in that category as well, and then Biere de Garde. So you get these, anyway, it's just got so much stuff going on. It does taste a lot like the herbs and spices that you might put into a stuffing. Oregano and tarragon and savory. It has this tartness to it, like acidic on the edge of your tongue, but this maltiness and complexity. It's very interesting. I think I want to say that it's probably not often made, and I don't know this for certain. It's probably not always made with brettanomyces, and so my guess is that this is more tart than it normally would be. I feel like these Brett beers are they really walk that razor thin line to a sour ale, and so this beer has this very complex kind of toasty, bready flavor, herbal flavor to it. It has these beautiful herbal, floral hops, and these deep malty characteristics. But this Brett yeast in here just makes it just tingy. It's just but it's a nice clean finish. It's really good. Anyway, super clean. I love this beer. Ooh, and it has this kind of lingering, almost juiciness, almost bitterness that's coming in. It's like a sneaky Brett bitterness coming in. Very interesting. It's a pretty light beer, very tingly, carbonic. Mouthfeel, bite on your tongue. I think it's very interesting. So, I forgot. Is it 7.4? Yeah, 7.4%. And so the range for the style is 6 to 8.5. And really low IBUs. It's super mellow, between 18 and 28. So apparently it has 3 styles. Okay, so that's enough about this particular brewer, this Black Raven style out of Washington. So about the style in general, there are 3 separate categories kind of within this style: the brown or brune, the blonde, and the amber or ambre. Ombre, probably, because nobody says in the rest of the world. The darker versions will have more malt, while the paler versions can have more hops, but are still malt-focused beers. A related style is Biere de Mars, which is brewed in Mars, for present use and will not age well. So this style is usually aged, and I had mentioned here that this is a 2015 vintage. Boop, there it is, 2015 vintage, and literally means ale that has been long lagered, kept on lagering. There are some fuller body examples, but they're very rare. Age and oxidization in imports often increases fruitiness, caramel flavors, and adds corked and musty notes. These are all signs of mishandlings and not actually characteristic elements of the style. I think that's very interesting. So we're not looking for fruitiness, caramel flavors, or corked or musty notes. That just means really that the beer has been improperly handled. And while you're cellaring, you can cold condition and keep these bottles refrigerated, but otherwise they should be at cooler temperatures, much akin to a red wine, in order to keep them good. So if your house gets super hot, or you're like me and it's at least 70 degrees all the time, could be also called super hot, then that's probably too hot to keep your beers cellared. It's a traditional artisanal ale from northern France, brewed in early spring and kept in cold cellars for consumption in warmer weather. Now it's brewed year-round. There you go. So, anyway. Yeah, I think the brettanomyces is a take on this particular style, which is probably why it's called a Raven de Garde, as opposed to a Biere de Garde. But there it is. Very nicely done. Really interesting style because it has, all of that herbal, like, earthy kind of stuff going on, and then this, like, ting of the brettanomyces yeast that makes it a very interesting beer. But cheers. Very nicely done. So if this is a beer you've had, share with me. Let me know your thoughts, where you were able to get it, so that way those who follow can give it a try. This was a Tavor find for me, so it got shipped, and thank goodness for Tavor. That's always awesome. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and yay for the first level of the Ciccerone program. Have a good night.